welcome back. My name is Eleanor Kent. I'm here at the Southside Family YMCA. We do a 30-minute Yogalates Express. So you may need some equipment or you might find some things at home. Feel free to use a carpet or a mat. Some people like to use a cushion for their knees. If you have a block, we'll use a block. You can also use a small couch pillow if you have that. And then you may want that strap or tie or belt like we were talking about in the other class. So kind of have those things nearby, and we're just going to go right at it. It's going to be a 30-minute express, and we're just going to have a great time. So we're going to start kneeling if that's comfortable for us. And I'm going to put that cushion down for my knees. We've got the tops of the feet on the floor, and we're going to take those hips back. If you're comfortable, you're going to find that block or that pillow that you had. I like mine to be kind of tall. And we're going to put our forehead on that block. Now, if this pose is not for you, you can sit, bend the knees, and use that cushion and just kind of round into sort of a little ball. So you're going to pick what works for you. We're going to start either kneeling or in that seated position. We're just going to do kind of some centering and grounding activities. And this is just a nice pose for you to do at home if you get overwhelmed, if something on the news upsets you, just to take a minute or two, or if you've got little ones with you, just to take a minute or two to regroup before you go back out there. So we're going to find that child pose, and you want to kind of feel safe, just like we want our children to be, just like we want us to be, and just like we want everyone to be. So try to feel as safe as you can right here. If you're starting to feel a little bit more comfortable, you might lower that block down. We're going to start to breathe in through our nose, and we're going to breathe out through our nose. We're also going to play with the Pilates pursed lip breathing, so we're going to just mix it up and just go right at it. So breathe in and breathe out. Notice how you feel. If you're feeling comfortable and you feel like you can go deeper, you might even put that forehead on the floor. And we're going to breathe in and breathe out. And the reason that I'm asking you to put your forehead on the floor is our mind is one of the ways that we look at the world. In yoga, we call our mind our third eye, and that's one of the ways that we look at the world. And so it's important to notice how we're looking at the world to make sure we're using the correct lens. We want to look through with a lens of love, a lens of compassion. We want to have that same love and compassion for ourselves. So we're going to practice that as we go through class, showing ourselves that love and that compassion so we can show those around us and even those that aren't even with us that love and compassion. So hopefully you'll feel that coming at you through the internet. We're going to feel that body breathe, feel that body relax. And you're just going to hang out down there for a little while. You want to notice how you feel. A couple weeks ago, I was fortunate enough to teach a member of the armed services in class, and he was here doing this pose with me, and he says, "This is uncomfortable." And so you might notice that it's uncomfortable. Yoga asks us to try to be as comfortable as possible in uncomfortable situations, so that's what we're going to play with a little bit. And if he's out there, he's serving us, I want to say hello to him and to his family and his new fiance and all my other students. So have fun and enjoy. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice how you feel. Feel your feet, feel your ankles, feel the lower legs, the knees, and like my military person, if it feels uncomfortable, notice. You're going to work with it the best that you can. Feel the upper legs, feel the hips, feel your belly, feel your back, feel those shoulders and the arms, feel the neck, and feel the face. Feel that head. And you work with whatever's going on with you physically or mentally. You do the best that you can. That's all we can do in these crazy times. So do the best that you can, and hopefully you're going to have a little bit of fun and you're going to enjoy the process. We're going to come up to all fours when we're ready. I've got those knees on that cushion. You may or may not need that. Tops of the feet on the floor. We're going to lift and spread our hands. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. We've got those knees right underneath our hips, hands right underneath our shoulders. We're going to start with a cat. We're going to exhale around the back into a cat. Push that belly through. So breathe in and breathe out. Smooth breath in. Smooth breath out. And just kind of notice how you feel. When I teach classes, I like to make up a word, Goldilocks. I used it as a verb. So you kind of adjust how you feel. We had a nice member donate these mats, and so these mats are a little bit more cushiony than normal, so I don't always need my cushion. So just try to feel and notice all the good things around you, all the good people around you, whatever it is. Just appreciate that. And just kind of feel some of that love and that concern and that compassion into your movement. Now we're coming back into that all fours. We're going to reach one hand out in front of us, bring that hand in, and then the other hand out in front of us, bring that hand in. We're going to take one foot behind us, bring it in, and then the other. And if you feel like you can go deeper, you can reach that opposite arm and leg out. One of the fun things about yoga and Pilates is we're going deep, so you don't have to do a whole lot of reps. If it's comfortable, you can push through the hand and the foot. You're trying to make a straight line so you guys can give me a grade out there at home. Hopefully I've got that straight line from my hand to my shoulder to my hip to my foot. Make sure you can breathe. Just feel that body. Breathing in, breathing out. Now if it's comfortable, we're going to make it a little harder. You're just going to work your level. You're going to bring that elbow and nose and knee together and extend. We're going to hold that side. And just kind of see how that feels. And then we're going to reach out and we'll come down. We've got the other side. You can reach out and pull in. Or you can keep it small. So you're just going to adjust how you feel on this side. Pull in, feeling that belly, feeling that back, feeling the arms, feeling the shoulders. Just noticing what you notice. Working with your body the best you can. Going faster or slower, skipping something or doing a little extra something if that feels right. We've got the hands right underneath the shoulders. We're going to take those hips back. This is that extended child position. Remember, you can come here anytime you need to take a little break. Breathe in and breathe out. Now we're going to play with some Vinyasa push-ups. You're going to reach your hands out past. You have the hands about shoulder width apart. You're going to look out past your hands. You're going to come forward. If you need that cushion for your knees, you can change your mind and grab it. We're going to come down, push up, and we'll take those hips back. It's going to be an inhale forward and exhale down. Inhale, push up, exhale back. So see how you feel. Make sure you can breathe. In through that nose, out through that nose. Then just notice that strength in the arms, that flexibility in the spine, that work in the legs and in the feet. And then we'll take those hips back into that extended child, feeling that heart rate just a little bit warmer. You might lower that forehead to the mat again. And we'll come back up to all fours. Hands will be right underneath the shoulders. Knees will be right underneath the hips. We're coming up on the balls of the feet. And we're going to take those hips up and just kind of feel that spine long. Now we're going to walk the dog. We're going to bend one knee and then the other. Just kind of notice how they feel. Now you want to be careful with those Achilles tendons. You're going to lift the heels and let them relax. We're just trying to warm up that vulnerable part. And then we're going to let those heels relax, let that body stretch. Now your down dog might not look like mine or anybody else that you're practicing with, but it's yours. You do the best you can with what you have. If you're comfortable, we're going to play with the sundial. We'll lift the right leg high and then the left leg high. Just kind of notice how that feels. And then if it's comfortable, we'll lift one leg, pull the knee in, and take it back. Just kind of notice how that feels. Then we've got the other side, lifting that leg, pulling it in, taking it back. And then come back into that down dog. We're going to bend the knees, take the hands back towards the feet. We're going to let that body gently hang forward. If it's comfortable, you can bring the hands to the elbows. You might just sway a little bit, noticing how you feel. And we'll bring the hands to the feet, and we'll slowly, carefully walk up. So hopefully noticing you feel a little bit warmer than you did a minute ago. Now we're going to walk the feet to the end of our mat, or our little carpet space that we've set out for ourselves. So you've got that whole mat behind you, and just kind of check your surroundings. We're going to make some big movements, so you want to make sure you've got some space around you to move. And that can be hard at home, but it's always okay to take this outside too. Just find you a nice place on the grass, set down your mat or a beach towel. Hands will be at the heart. We're going to play with our sun salutation. We're going to mix all three of the levels. If you normally practice with me, we're going to mix all three of the levels together. We'll inhale, reach it tall. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen. We're going to bend the knees as we hinge at the hips. Make a long spine from the hip to the top of the head. Then the hands are going to come to the floor. Try to have your longest finger with your longest toe. We're going to step way back with that right leg. If you did want to drop your knee down, you can. If you want to lift it, you can. And then if you're comfortable, see if you can walk your hands to your leg. You might bring them to your heart, or you might reach up tall. Then the hands are coming to the feet. We're going to step back for a plank. It's always okay to be on your knees if you need to, or you can be on your toes. You're trying to have a straight line from your head to your shoulders to your toes. We're going to come forward just like we did with that Vinyasa push-up. I'm going to drop to my knees first, and then we're slowly, carefully coming down. Tops of feet are on the floor, elbows are right there underneath those shoulders. The chin pulls down, faces forward, eyes will look up. Imagine you're that Sphinx in Egypt. You've seen all those thousands of years, all that sandstorms, all that crazy stuff. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Hands are spread out wide. Feeling that ground underneath you. Feeling that body tall and strong. If you're comfortable and you want a little extra stretch, hands can be right underneath the shoulders. This is that cobra. Let the shoulders slide down the back. Make sure the chin is slightly tucked, lifting through the top of the head. If you want to add a little extra, we're going to lift up the hips for that full upward dog. And then we'll gently come down, balls the feet on the floor, push up into your plank, back into that down dog. Remember, you can rest here. We're going to take that right leg high. We're going to take that right foot through. It's always okay to drop that back knee if you need to. If you're comfortable, you can walk those hands up. They can come to the leg, to the heart, or you can reach tall. Then the hands are coming back to that foot, step, big step, left foot comes in, rise up, pull those hands to the heart. Heart rate should be coming up a little bit. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, shoulders down. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, hinge at those hips. Make that long spine. Hands are to come to the floor, left. Let's get a step back. Drop that knee if you need to. You might try to walk those hands up. You might reach to the heart. Notice how you feel. You might reach to the sky. Then the hands are coming to the floor. You've got your plank. On knees or toes, come forward. You can drop to the knees first if you need to. And then we've got that Sphinx again. See how you feel. And sometimes in these stressful times, it's fun just to have a good time. So we're going to pretend like we're that Sphinx in Egypt, and we're going to stick out our tongue. And just kind of make a roar. You can even be a lion or a dragon if you want. And then we're going to sit up nice and tall. Even though we've got our elbows underneath our shoulders, look to one side. Come back to center, and then the other. Come back to center. Hands are right underneath the shoulders. We're going to push up into that plank. Take those hips back into that down dog. Now we're doing a little different on this side. You're going to come forward, see how you feel. You can drop those knees, tops of the feet on the floor. So you've got a supported upward dog if that feels good. Or you can come back down. We're going to play with it. Hands right underneath the shoulders. You're going to open up. We'll keep those elbows close and we'll come down. Up and down. Engage in that upper body just a little bit more. And then you've got that Sphinx, or you can make that cobra, or you can lift the knees off the ground for that upward dog. And then we'll come back into that child pose. See how that feels? Hands will come underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We've got that downward facing dog. Left leg's going to lift. We're going to help that left leg through. Setting up for that lunge. You can stay low. You can bring the hands up, or you can reach up tall. Hands will come to the feet. Step in. Rise up. Hands at the heart. Now see how we feel? We're going to start standing up nice and tall. If you'd like to have a chair to hold on to, we're going to play just a little bit with balance work. I'll be back in just a second. And we're back. Hopefully you got a sip of water while you were doing that. We're going to play with a little bit of balance work. If you'd like to put your hand on the chair, on the wall, you can. We're going to try to lift one leg and then the other. You can reach the arms out and you can keep your hand on that chair or on the wall if that's comfortable for you. We're just trying to play with that belly and that back engagement. I'm going to turn this side real quick so you can see me. You're trying to keep your ear over your shoulder of your hip. And we're going to pull in that leg front to back while we maintain that core strong. So you're going to reach out. We're going to swing that leg gently forward and back. You're going to stay tall. And if you need to hold on, I'm probably going to show hold on, but I might let go. We'll see. And we're going to lift that leg, see if you can balance. If you need to hold on, hold on. We're going to extend and bend. Feel that core strong. Feel that foot pushing into the ground. And then you can bring the arms in and out. And you might just do one. If you're out there and you want to work a little harder, work a little harder. And then we'll balance. And we'll come in. Now we've got that second side, so see how you feel. If you've got that chair, you might turn it around. We've got the other side. We're going to lift that leg, good posture. We're going to swing that leg front to back. You can reach out if that's comfortable. If you want to do both arms, you can. Just kind of notice how you feel. Trying to feel that belly and that back working together. We're going to use that again in just a second. And then see if you can balance. And you might hold on, you might not. Press that foot into the floor. We'll extend and bend. See how that feels? That's why we have the chair. And we're going to see if we can balance. We'll bend the elbows. Bring them in and out. It's always okay to just do one. You might notice if you're watching me, I'm doing different things on different sides. So feel free to do that. You just adjust each class to fit you. We've got all kinds of wonderful teachers on our website here to help you practice while you're at home. See if you can balance. We'll come in and down. Now the next one we're going to play with is a warrior two. If you don't have a block at home and you'd like to use a chair, you're welcome to do that. I'm going to show with both. So we're going to do our warrior two, our extended angle, and our half moon. We're going to reach out strong. We've sort of got that 5-pointed star. We're going to reach across. Just kind of see how that feels. Now you can put your hand on the chair, or you can put your hand on that block. We're going to try to open that body and balance. You can always do this up against a wall as well. Reach to the hands, reach to the foot, and we'll slowly, carefully come back in. Reach across and open. Now we'll bring that foot in. We've got the second side, so if you want to turn your back to me and use the chair, if you've got your block at home, do that. And it's always okay to be up against the wall too. Got your warrior two, middle of the heel, line up with that arch. You're going to reach across for that angle. Hands come to the hip, we're going to the side. See if you can open, 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 open. See if you can balance. And if we crash, we crash. And then we come back. And you just pick yourself up and keep going. And that's actually what we try to do in yoga. So you don't try to let that phase you. Now we're going to play with the straddle fold. You've got that hip hinge. Hands can be on your thighs. You can keep that head above your heart. You can put it on your block or on your chair, or you can let that head gently hang. You can even shake it out just a little bit. If it's comfortable, you can straighten the legs a little bit. You can walk the hands to the toes, or you can walk those hands back. Then we'll come in. We're going to bend those knees, walk those feet and toes in, and then come into our little duck. See how you feel about your duck. It's always okay to sit if you need to. Got the hands at the heart. Right hand to the right hip, left hand to the right leg. And we'll twist. Come back in. Left hand, left hip, right hand, left leg, and we'll twist. See how you do? If you wanted to go a little deeper, see if you can balance and twist. You're going to feel that belly and that back working together like we did a second ago. Come back in, inhale. Exhale, twist. And then see how you feel. See if you can come down to seated. Now we're going to do some core work on the floor. So you'll want your block, and they'll do a tiny bit of stretching, so you'll want your strap. And we're going to head down. Now make sure you've got a little bit of room around you so that you can move your feet. And we're going to head down on our floor. You want to be gentlest with your back. So you have one leg long, one leg's bent. You've got that block or that couch pillow or maybe even a soft shoe nearby. You're going to slowly, carefully, gently come down. Now we're going to have that same posture just like we did when we were standing up. You're going to, and when we're kneeling, you're breathing in through your nose, out through your nose. Got that spine long. Now we're going to change the breath. You're still breathing evenly. You're going to breathe in through the nose. You're going to blow out through your lips, just like you're blowing out a candle. We'll lift one leg. You're keeping that core. Breathing in through the nose, blowing out through the lips. And we're going to take one leg towards the ceiling and then the other. If it feels good, you're going to support the knee and then extend the leg. And if it feels good, you can bring the leg as close to the floor as you want. If you'd like to lift that head, keeping that fist distance between that chin and chest, you can. Make sure you can breathe. See how you feel. So these are knee folds. And we'll revisit these again in just a second. And if you want to do more or less of these, feel free to do them. You can always put your head down. You just adjust each move for you. So to all my students out there, you can go hardcore, or you can make it a little gentler if you want. And I'll bring the head down, knees into the chest. Next one we're going to play with is our aqua ballet leg. So it's like you're under the water doing aqua ballet. You'll bring one leg in, one out. We'll shoot them both up, one in, one out. Now you can make it small, keeping it to the top. You can take it long. I'm showing big just so you can see me out there. But you can make it however small you like. You're going to exhale as you lift up, inhale as you pull under. So make sure you're breathing. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. If your neck gets tired, just bring your head down. See how you feel. And then we'll bring both knees down, wiggle those feet and toes. Now the next move we're going to play with is our 100. And some of my students say it's the hunter, but it's really the 100. You do 10 sets of 10 for 100. We're just going to do one time today. We've got 30 minutes. Got the knees right over the hips, shoulders are back and down, fist distance between chin and chest. And like I always tell my students, if you know what you're doing, go ahead so you can get a little extra in there. Otherwise, I'm going to talk you through it. You're going to inhale palms up, exhale palms down. So if that works, you're going to work there. If it feels good, legs long, turn the feet into that V. You can always lift the head, keeping that fist distance between that chin and chest. You can pulse 5 times palms up as you inhale through the nose, 5 times palms down as you exhale through the lips. If it's comfortable, lower the legs closer to the floor. The closer you get, the harder it's going to be. Hopefully you've gotten 2 or 3 sets of that in there. See if you can do 7 more. that may or may not be 7 for you. When you're ready, let that head come down, bring those knees into that chest. Next one is one of my students' favorites. We're going to set the feet on the ground. And you want to feel the base of the shoulder blades on the mat. And anytime you need to, it's okay to get a little sip of water. Just be careful when you're swallowing and sitting down. So you're going to have the shoulder blades up, and you can have the hands behind your head. It's always okay to keep the head down. We're going to play with those knee folds like we did before. One in, one out. If you can lift the head while you do the knee folds, try to do that. And then we'll play with just the upper body. You've got the hands right underneath the back of the head. You're going to peel one shoulder blade off the mat, come back to center, and then the other shoulder blade off the mat, come back to center. And I'm just going to show you with your block. You're trying to be bolted down to the mat, and then you're going to be lifted up. So this part you'll want to stay flat. And then if you want to make it harder, you can bring the leg closer to the floor. You'll exhale as you twist, inhale as you come to center. Exhale, twist, inhale, center. So you want to feel that core strong, supporting that upper and that lower body in that movement. And it looks like you might be trying to touch your elbow to your knee, but you're not. See if you can do 4 more. And like I said, this is the express. If you want to add a little extra, add a little extra. If you want to do a little less or fast forward, fast forward. And then we'll bring that head down, knees into that chest, wiggle those feet and toes. Now we're going to play with a double leg stretch. We're going to extend one leg long and bend, one leg long and bend. So if you need to go a little slower, you can. If it feels good, we're going to do both legs long, open to a V, and bend. It's going to be up and open, close and bend. Up and open, close and bend. And just like the other things, you can go closer to the floor if that's comfortable for you. And then you can reach the arms out, and you can bring them in. And this is one I always reminds me of a goose. You can lift the head, keeping that fist distance between that chin and chest. You can inhale, open, exhale, close. And you'll feel that body hopefully sweating a little bit. Feeling that core strong, feeling that breath come in through the nose, out through the lips. And if you've gotten mixed up on the breath, the important thing is just to breathe. 2 more, your pace. And bring that head down, knees in that chest, wiggle those feet and toes. Now we're going to set the feet on the floor. We're going to take our arms out into a T, palms will be up. This is our windshield wipers. We'll take a deep breath in. Exhale, drop the knees to one side. You're going to feel those oblique muscles that we were working with. Just kind of notice how they feel. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. And we're just going to pick one side and hold. So if you've been in my class and you've never turned your head to the side, when you're doing this, you can have that block or that cushion and just put that right there and just kind of rest. And just see what you can let go. Feel all that strength. Feel all those muscles you've been working. And we'll come back into center. We've got the other side. You can drop to that side. And we'll slowly, carefully come back up. Now we're going to grab our strap. Or you can use your tie or your belt, whatever you got. You're going to push to the ball of the foot. You're going to lengthen that leg. And you're trying to get it sort of straight, but the knees can stay soft. If it's comfortable, you can pull it in just a little bit. And then we'll come up, and then we're going to make that V. You're going to make a lowercase V and an uppercase V. One leg is doing each one, half and half. And then you use the strap, use the bent leg to come in. Now watch your sciatic nerve. If you need to protect the sciatic nerve, you'll stay here. If you're okay to stretch it, that right leg's going to come just an inch or 2 over that left. And then we'll come back up. And you can hold these longer or less if you need to. This is our express. So you're going to push to the foot. You can pull it in just a little bit if that's comfortable. Make sure you can breathe. And then we'll come back in. We've got that strap. You're going to open into that V. So one's a half uppercase, the other half is the lowercase. Now we'll slowly, carefully come back in. Watch that sciatic nerve. Hand will come down by the left hip. Left leg will cross just an inch or 2, so it's just a tiny bit of stretch. Will give you a whole lot of sensation. And then slowly, carefully come back to center. We'll pull those knees into our chest. We're going to rock a little bit on that back. Just kind of give that back just a little bit of a massage. And then we're going to set the feet on the floor. If it's comfortable, we're going to play with our upside down pigeon. So you'll cross the right leg over the left. You can bring the right knee below or above the knee. You only go as far as feels right for you. You can lift that leg. And it can be on the back of the thigh or on the back of that shin. Make sure you can breathe. And then slowly, carefully come down, gently uncross. Got the second side. See how you feel. You just adjust. And remember, if you need to hold these longer or you want to hold them less, it's up to you. You can stretch this out if you want. And then slowly let that leg come down. Now we're going to play with that stretch. We're going to extend the legs long, reach the arms. And this one always makes me yawn, so I'm probably going to yawn. We're going to extend the arms long. There we go. So just make a nice yawn. Feel that body stretch and let everything relax if you can. We'll do that one more time. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And relax. Now we're going to make sort of parenthesis shape with the body. You'll take the hands and the feet and you'll kind of curl the spine to one side. We'll come back into center. Switch to the other side. Make sure you can kind of breathe there. And then come back to center. Now see how you feel. You can stay on that floor. A lot of people find it more comfortable to have the knees bent, feet spread out. That's gentler for your back. If you're good with the legs long, big toes can touch, you can kind of let the feet drop out. We're going to take those arms out. Make sure you can breathe. In through your nose, out through your nose. And see if you can kind of feel that quiet. Now yoga is the union of opposites. So we're trying to have some peace. And sometimes it's super, super crazy out there. And one of the ways to help you do that is to release the muscles. You can also release the mind, and then you can kind of feel it all linked together. So the next pose we're going to do is called a lion. You can take your hands, make fists. You take your feet and make fists. You're going to tense up the whole body. You lift everything up, and then you'll let it go. And I'm going to ask you, none of my students do this very loud. We're in class. You're out there on your own. You're going to make a really loud roar sound, and we're just going to hear it. We're going to hear everybody's roar all together. So we're going to take our hands, make fists, take our feet, make fists, and you're going to tense up on the count of 3. We're going to roar. 1, 2, 3. Roar! Was that loud? I didn't hear you. Roar! And then you're going to let that body relax. And just feel that whole body relax on the floor. Feel the feet, feel the ankles, feel the lower legs, feel the knees. And if you need one last roar, take you a last roar. 1, 2, 3. Roar! And just get out some of that tension. And that's a safe way to kind of release some of those negative feelings or that anxiety that you might be feeling. So breathe in and breathe out. And hopefully you kind of feel that relax. Smooth breath in, smooth breath out. Let everything go. You want to feel the feet and the ankles relax. You want to feel the lower legs and the knees relax. You want to feel the upper legs and the hips relax. See if you can feel that belly and that back relax. Kind of let things spread out on the floor. Feel the shoulders and the arms relax. Feel the hands relax. Feel the neck and the face relax. Just feel everything relax. We're going to play with some double exhale breathing. I think we have a minute or 2 left. So I'm going to count and you can breathe in. We're going to breathe in 1, 2, and then you're going to exhale through your mouth or nose, whatever's comfortable for you, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2. Breathe out 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2. Breathe out 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. And then see if you can exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. Breathe out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in 1, 2, 3. Breathe out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Try 4 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is something you can do if you're having a hard time getting to sleep tonight. You can go up however high you want, usually 5, 10, 6, 12. Some people do 8, 16. But you want to build up to that. So hopefully we won't have a lot of time to build up to it. Hopefully we'll get to see each other again soon. But in the meantime, watch your breath. Feel the body breathe. Feel that heart beating. Feel that chest rise. Feel that chest fall. Feel everything relax. And I'm going to invite you to stay here for just a minute or 2 after I close so that you can rest on your own. Maybe you've gone to sleep and maybe you can take a nap. Or maybe you have to get back to doing whatever it is you have to do. But know that we're all in this together. Feel that connection with each other, between ourselves. And just do the best that you can. I always ring my bells to end the class, so to keep things normal, I'm going to do that. And until we meet again, we'll finish with Namaste. It means me all that's good and strong in me, bring out all that's good and strong in you. I'll say it first, and I hope you'll say it back to me. Namaste.